So, let me see if I can turn this fucker down. Yeah, we can turn this shit down. Don't need to be too intense. Alright, so... where do we begin with World War Z? Well, I suppose we'll just start. Online, public. Yeah, I guess we'll start from the beginning. Nope. Even though I don't know if people can hear you when you're actually doing a call complaint. Yeah, we'll just go offline. We'll start from episode 1. Yeah, sure. Looks good. Right, so World War Z. Like any millennial, I was obsessed with zombies growing up. Watched all the zombie movies. You know, I think I went to see Land of the Dead 3 times in the cinema. I'm not going to say it was a great film, but I like zombies, and it was The Master, George A. Romero. But World War Z, so this started off with what? The Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks.
God damn it, Bunko, I will leave your ass here.
Nobody is leaving anybody.
We're gonna steamroll the army and then they'll
Look at that shit.
This is our only chance to get out.
Not going into the subway.
Oh my god.
We will
Lots
start.
of zombies.
The subway is our only chance.
Zombies
We'll
everywhere.
take it to Inwood, get to the evac center, and get the fuck out of New York.
Yeah, we'll do that,
Die
mate.
here.
So, okay, I could go through the entire history of this thing, but yeah, so you move those wooden planks. You did pretty well living up here, up here. Living up here, up here. Yeah, I've had to do like 5 games tonight, so I'm getting pretty drunk. The main reason for this game, and you can go into third person if you want.
Dan, you hear me?
The main reason I was excited about replaying this game.
We're going for it. Trying the subway to Inwood. Over.
You?
Yeah, really? I don't... maybe the grunts will wipe them out on the fronts. Guys?
You can see I'm kind of playing fast and loose. I don't really care. This shit isn't going to hurt me too bad. Not played in a while, but yes. Okay, melee attack.
Grab what you can and regroup at the elevator.
Oh my god.
Stay sharp. We got a creeper.
Oh my fuck. Please save me, my lords. You didn't kill any of that fucking shit. Yeah, I'm playing on easy mode. I'm not even paying fucking attention to what I'm doing right now.
We gotta get in the elevator now.
It's okay, I've got a silencer. Everything's going to be fine. Basically, my thoughts on World War Z is I needed a new Left 4 Dead. I needed it so bad. I just needed a zombie game where I could put on a headset, talk to people, and just play a fucking zombie game. Now, because I'm not living on my own,
Wrong floor, assholes.
headsets are not kind of a thing anymore.
Came out of nowhere.
You kind of can't be loud when you live with someone because all they do is come up and say like, "Oh, who are you talking to? Oh, what? Why are you being so loud? Oh, I'm watching something downstairs. Can be quiet," etc., etc. And they've got every right to do because when you're playing online, you can say some nasty shit out loud, or you can be a bit too friendly with someone you've never met before. Long story short, I needed a new Left 4 Dead. I was sat around, and the only 2 things I've put a headset on for were either fighting games or zombie survival games.
Holy Christ. You seeing this?
And honestly, as far as I can tell, this game is the best version of Left 4 Dead. There isn't Left 4 Dead. You're gonna hear Left 4 Dead a lot in this fucking segment. Yeah, I just basically needed a game where me and a group of survivors tried to survive against a group of fucking things that are trying to kill you. And that is a big group of things that are trying to kill you. Look at that shit. There's like at least fucking 12 of them.
They're coming.
And this is kind of World War Z's big selling point.
Climbing on each other. Hit
Yeah,
the
you
bottom.
can't play as the zombies, but the zombies are so fucking ridiculous that
Hey, I'm reloading.
you almost don't need to play as them. This gun's doing fuck all, by the way. Right, let's try a grenade.
You guys okay? I'm hearing a lot of action from your way.
So yeah, I was basically looking for a game where I had to just like shoot really fucking crap enemies and coordinate with a team via headset. The problem is, Left 4 Dead had such a big like player base of competent, even if they weren't professional, they were such a big player base of either people who just were interested or like competent. And if they weren't competent or whatever, at least they were enthusiastic. Well, unfortunately, that game doesn't live anymore, so we've kind of got to play with a thing which is at least similar. And that's where games like this come into play, unfortunately. So hey, see that there, like a zombie just hit me 3 times in a row, maybe twice. That would be enough normally on the high levels to just get your ass planted on the floor so it's chasing me in it. Am I in fucking hard mode or something? Why is everyone falling over? I think I'm gonna fucking fall over in a second, apparently. Oh shit! I'm getting fucking massacred. Oh my god! Who are all these fucking zombies? I thought I was on some sort of easy mode. Oh my god, I just got wiped fucking out. I played on like medium or something.
We gotta shut him up.
So anyway, yeah. World War Z, the history. Obviously, I had to Google this name really quick, so I couldn't remember the author's title, but or the author's name and the title. How to survive a zombie apocalypse or something like that. That bit I didn't look up, but it was basically like, yeah, ride a bicycle, because you know, chances are there wouldn't be any fuel around. Which led up to World War Z. Oh god, I'm a zombies! I'm a zombies. If this was Left 4 Dead, that would never been allowed to happen. Well, I suppose that was an introduction to a level, and I have to do it badly. World War Z was a great book, but it wasn't a book like a good representation of the movie, or rather, the movie was a terrible representation of the book. The book was basically The Walking Dead. Imagine The Walking Dead if it ended in a few years and they interviewed all the survivors. That's what World War Z was. It was people who like, there's a helicopter pilot who crashed, and they lived in a tree for like a week before managing to escape. And all these other people, it tells where the infection came from. I know in the movie it said, what is it now? Well, I'm not going to assume. World War Z was a good franchise. like book-wise, even though only one book came out, so if you call that a franchise. It was a great idea. It was Night of the Living Dead, but spread across some decades in a documentary style. So it was fucking great. And then a shitload of zombie movies came out, and everyone was kind of bored of them. And then World War Z, the movie, came out, and I remember I probably heard this before I thought it myself, you know, me being unoriginal and all that. Someone mentioned that the zombies were like water. Like, you see them coming down the street, and it's just a flood of bodies trying to get at you. So you can kill as many as you want, but it's basically World War Z is like, imagine if each town, each city had the population of 1 billion, and all these, like, there's basically like 1,000,000,005 people. There's 1 billion zombies, and like you and 4 people who aren't fucking dead yet. That was what World War Z was like. It was basically the entire like population of the planet was in your city, and they were just running at you like feral fucking ghouls, and all they wanted to do was they didn't even want to they didn't even want to eat you. All they want to do is just like bite you, pass their disease on, and move on to the next motherfucker. So it gave this like idea of, oh, I suppose a disease, where like figuratively it was spreading of disease, but like visually it was also a disease spreading. Like the city was the body, like the host, if you like, and the zombie was like just the fucking virus, just flooding through the fucking arteries of main streets and the fucking veins of side alleys and all this kind of thing. It was very like, well, it yeah, it treated it like an infection, and you were just like some white blood cell who's just somehow fucking survived. And that was the great thing about the movie. Everything was like a tidal wave. A lot of things are like, a lot of zombie media is this very slow encroaching. Even like 28 days later. Hello, dear. Oh my god, do you want to bite on my neck with you and your 27 daily sisters? Even 28 days later, like, yeah, they were fast, but you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, you could work your way around the shit. Where World War Z, it was like, no, there's a tsunami of violence, and the best you can do is just fucking get out there before the waves crash right in your fucking nervous system. That is kind of Left 4 Dead, but Left 4 Dead's like in smaller numbers. So, with this being the closest thing, I suppose World War Z, with its kind of reputation, and with a great movie. I'm sure there'll be people out there who say this movie sucks. And don't get me wrong, the ending did not fit with the theme of the rest of that movie. But the first, I'd say 2/3, and the entire concept of that movie, like right up to the plane crash, that was a great fucking movie. Like, I'm not going to say like the acting was like phenomenal. No. Yeah, kid actors, which always makes a movie worse, in my opinion. Yeah, make me laugh. What was Brad Pitt role in that? Like some sort of like not not journalist, some sort of like special agent. Oh, I can tell the booze is hitting because I've got hiccups. Anyway, World War Z, the book, was a kind of an interesting take on The Walking Dead. World War Z, the movie, was kind of like an intense version of 28 Days Later worldwide. And I think what that tried to accomplish with these like floods of the undead, this game kind of does well. But this game is trying to be Left 4 Dead, so it introduced special infected. I get it, and this game would be severely lacking without them. I was gonna say like maybe you should be like more purist about it and just have maybe more deadlier or more penalties for just normal infected. But I suppose if you wanted to evolve this game in a way where it could become like versus multiplayer, you've already put those kind of steps in place. So you've got your hunter. Let's just talk about the fucking zombies. Just like Left 4 Dead, you got a shitload of them. They never bite you, which is hilarious. They just kind of punch you. They square up to you and like slap you, like two drunken bitches. Like just run up, like, just like they don't punch you, like they slap your wrists against your fucking forehead. I guess if every time you played the game, the first zombie that came up to you and chewed on you just fucking killed you instantly. Yeah, I get the reason they do it. Otherwise, every game would be like Zombie U, and I never finished that game. And there's a reason, and it's because every zombie fucking gnawed on your face and killed you instantly. But this game wants to be Left 4 Dead, which I don't get why they just didn't make it Left 4 Dead. Just slightly copyrighted enough away that they could just get away with it. You know, multiplayer. Instead of a hunter, you've got a stalker. What does a hunter do? He jumps at you and tears your face off. What does a stalker do? He jumps at you and tears your nipples off. Fine, we'll allow it. There's not going to be a Left 4 Dead 3, so let's just fucking go for it. But yeah. And another thing about this game, it's free, and for free you get a lot of value for money. There is a fucking lot of scenarios in this game. Like, it goes across. Well, let's just have a look. Yeah, fuck matchmaking. I'm not going to be long enough to play an actual game. So let's just have a look at some of these scenarios. Okay, you got 7 different. We'll call them scenarios. Each one's got usually 3, a couple of 4s.
Winter hasn't officially arrived, and we've already lost 2 to the cold.
So you got what there? 23 levels. That's not bad.
In small groups of
And the one thing that really pissed me off is, do you know if these are on sale? Yeah, The Walking Dead, Vegas, and Phoenix. If you could get all 3 of these for, say, a tenner, I would have fucking bought that. I was enjoying the game that much. And there's also challenge menus. When you've completed everything, let's go for a daily challenge. Build voltage grids 3 times during one match. And killed 25 headshots with pistols during one match. You can do all this shit. Like, the easy stuff you can do easily, but then you get fucking hardcore shit. And this game has got a very loyal fan base. I mean, I've got into games of this, and you're looking at the level these guys are at. Like, I had like 3 weeks hardcore playing this game. This is like the only thing I fucking played. Mainly. Maybe like the odd hour here and there in between getting back to this shit, because I was into it so fucking much. Some of these guys who play this game, they must have been playing since initial release because their level is like 9. You're like, you motherfuckers, you need. I was like, if you guys ever heard of Left 4 Dead. So yeah, there is a very, very small but fucking dedicated I yeah, community for this game. But I suppose that is one of the other drawbacks of a game like this is that it has a leveling up system. Left 4 Dead didn't have that. Everyone was fucking equal. Oh, do you want to know the difference between picking like Rochelle and picking Lewis's? Like nothing. Like, they're the same health, as far as I'm aware. Same health. There was only like fucking 6 weapons you can pick, and 2 of those are pistols. Everything was equal, but also the bad guys were equal as well. The only thing that changed is if you change the difficulty. So if you do want to go for, say, like extreme mode instead of like standard difficulty, well, you better have your level up to like maximum level. I think even prestigious. Like outside of Call of Duty and like what's that other fucking shooter? Outside of like competitive shooters. Why have you got a leveling system? You don't want a level. You want to be able to jump in and play. Leveling systems are great for personal achievement, but it is a massive detriment to online play. It just is. Imagine if you was playing Mortal Kombat. It's like, all right, I'm going to go to online versus. Oh, but your opponent is level 59, so his character gets an extra like 40% health and does an extra 20% damage. So he's already more experienced than you. Plus you buff him the fuck up. So you may as well just like pray that you can get the 10-hit combo that you learned and just hope you can do that 40 times in a row just to beat this motherfucker. That may not be accurate, but that is mine, and I've got to admit, a lot of people's feelings going into this game. So you may say, like, noob. No, it's actually a lot fairer than you think. Don't care. In fact, this game even tells you, like, don't even bother attempting this difficulty level until you're level 5. And then, we recommend that you're level 20 before you do this. Yeah, that's fine. But automatically you've told me, no, look, you're going to have to invest time to kind of make things equal, where a lot of people, the genius of Left 4 Dead is you never had any stat buffs. What you had is environmental buffs. So you could either pick up a shit machine gun, or you got lucky and you found a good machine gun, or you found a health pack. And a lot of the time, it is actually the sort of artificial intelligence of the game saying, "Look, you guys are doing shit. We're gonna get you some health packs," or you know what, you guys survived that really well, so I'm gonna reward you with a health pack. So I think it was a lot more interesting because you didn't even know if you were being rewarded or well, you didn't know if you were being patronized by being bad or if you were rewarded for being like surviving an intense situation. Like a health kit was a health kit. You didn't get a 20% stat health kit upgrade boost because you like headshotted 25 fucking zombies with a pistol during one match. Looking at you, headhunter. So yeah, I will spend the rest of my life looking for an equivalent Left 4 Dead. But you can't get it on PlayStation. Like, I could buy a fucking lap. I could buy a good PC rig, download Steam, reinstall fucking Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, and I could play that shit. But I just don't think I'm ever going to get that experience again on PlayStation. It's... for all its goods and its ills, I will never get another Left 4 Dead. So, World War Z kept me entertained for a month. And after that month, because I couldn't get the DLC cheaper, I see no reason to ever play this game again. I loved every second of it. In fact, if I wanted to, I could play this game for fucking a year on end. But it would kind of be pointless. So if you've got that itch to scratch, this is probably your best option. If not, well, you've always got Guitar Room, man.